Hello everyone, welcome to ST Model Cars. In this video, I would like to show you this 1/18 scale Porsche 911 Dakar. This is the Porsche Dealer Edition and this is made by Norev. I'm having a hard time finding this in the US, so I had to buy it from Europe. So this is 199 euro shipped to the US. Just also keep in mind there's another version of this 911 Dakar by Norev. The Hobby Edition is called the Oak Green Metallic. So the color, of the Hobby Edition is like a little bit closer to like an army green, like a more regular green versus this blue green color called the Fjord Green. So again, this is the Fjord Green Porsche Dealer Edition. So I'm just really excited to when I hear Norev is going to release this version of the 911, the Dakar, right? This is kind of like the go anywhere 911, and I think like as you see with the other 992 releases by Norev, they actually executed this very well. Again, the Hobby Edition, which is the Oak Green Edition, is quite a bit cheaper than this. But somehow when I saw this color, I wanted this color. So I ended up paying a little more to get the Fjord Green color versus the Oak Green. But this is not saying that the Oak Green color is a bad color. It's also a very nice color. But, I just personally wanted this color more. Okay. All right, so let's take a closer look at this 911 Dakar. Get this turntable out of the way. Okay, so let me mention one thing. The party trick of the this 911 Dakar by Norev is the adjustable suspension height. So there's a lever here on the bottom, right? So if you pull the lever, you can see that the suspension will change height. So now this is lowered, right? And if you push it at the front, you can see that this is lifted. Okay, the button is somehow felt clunky and it felt like something is binding, so I don't know. I kind of want to take this apart and just kind of see what's going on with that, and maybe put a little bit of W40 or something just to make the action a bit smoother. Just keep in mind, if you ever buy this 911 Dakar from Norev, just keep in mind, just be careful with the lever to adjust the suspension height. Okay. All right, so for this review, I'm gonna lift it in the lifted position like this. Okay. All right, so looking at the front here, really detailed headlights, right? Behind the lens, you see the LED projector, and you see the I guess like the DRL accents here, like that 4 lights, right? And there's I don't know if you can see this where the pointer is, and this actually says Porsche, on the inside of the headlight here, right? So again, very, very detailed, right? And then there's a little bit of marking here in the top for kind of like the level, I guess, of the headlight. And you have the silver ring here on both sides. So yeah, so overall, Norev captured this pretty well, I think, the front look of the 911 Dakar. The turn signal is actually separate lens here, right? And the opening on the grille are perforated, so you can see behind the perforation, which is pretty neat. Okay, and for the Dakar Edition, they have this red tow hook on the front. Okay. And then you have the fence on the front here, I guess, right? And then you have the Porsche logo in the middle. So let's open the front. It's panel gap's pretty tight. So all right, so here's the front open, right? This is carpeted, really nicely done here. Really nice detail surrounding the front opening, right? Too bad they uses the dog-leg hinge for the lid. Okay. And then the bottom of the lid is painted matte black. And if you look at the fence on the front, these are actually through, right? So this is actually through here. You can see where my pointer goes through. And when you close it, it lines up with this crates here on the bottom. So there you go. Okay. Wipers, separate pieces here. right? So they're just not molded into the windshield. So again, nicely done there by Norev. Okay, no sunroof, just a regular roof, right? Okay, and here's the side view of the 911 Dakar. So take a closer look at the wheel and brake details. Really nice details here on the wheels, right? It has the silver rim and the like a gunmetal color for the spoke. If you get the oak green hobby edition, the middle will be black, like you know, the spokes will be black. And if you get this Fjord green dealer edition, you can see that this is gunmetal. So you know, it's just a different color scheme. Cross straight rotor that turns with the wheel, so it's pretty nicely done. It's a little loose, it should turn with the wheels, but some it kind of slips. Okay, and then you get the Porsche red brake caliper here, same in the rear. Okay, and the neat thing about this is also you can see that the tires are branded. So on the top there you can see the size of the tire. On the rear, 295/40 R20. And this is the Pirelli Scorpion. So you can see the tire branding there. You can see the Pirelli there on the top, right? You see, and then you see Scorpion right there. Okay, same on the front as well. Except in the front, the size is a little different. If you can see the lettering here. So the front is 245/45 R19. And the back is, the rear are 20 inches. Right, so these are staggered setup. Okay. And the other thing with the Dakar is that you have this flat black over fender over the wheel opening, right? You know, I guess that's to accommodate the wider track, you know, for the quasi off-road setup. Okay. Let's take a look at the chassis here. Pretty much everything is covered. It's probably true to the real car here. You know, nothing much to see. And this is the lever, like I mentioned, to adjust the suspension height. Okay, and in the back, you know, they kind of molded the bottom of the engine and the muffler. You know, this just one piece here, right? So somewhat a bit disappointing. It's not as detailed as I would like it. You know, so okay. Let's take a look at the interior. Okay. Let me open the door here and put the car down here. And I'm going to move the camera down so you can see this. Okay. So the interior, they're mostly black with the red stitching. And, you know, it's really nicely done. If you look at the stitch, they're pretty much to scale, I think. You know, you see the red stitching here on the door panel. And you see them on the dashboard, right? And the, you know, surrounding the chronograph in the middle. And also you have the seat pattern here, right? So the middle of the seat have that fabric pattern. And you also have the red stitching on the outside of the seat, as well as the armrest. Okay. You can also see the 911 Turbo, I'm sorry, 911 Dakar badging here on the passenger side. And you can see the infotainment center in the middle, and everything is printed, right? So it's pretty legitimate, actually. And you can see the center console here with the shifter. Okay. The seats, if you look at the back of the seat here, my pointer is, right? This is a carbon fiber on the back, right? And it's fully carpeted. Okay. And if you look at the rest of the interior, you know, it's fully finished as well. So overall, I think this is a really nice effort by Norev. Okay, no back seat. If you can see this a little bit, right? They have a roll cage in the back, so they don't put the back seat in this 911 Dakar, right? And then there's the kind of the front view of the seats. So, okay. And then one thing I want to point out is if you look at by the door jamb there, they have all the warning labels, right? You know, that's for the child seat warning with the airbags, right? So it's really neat that Norev goes through that level of detail. And also, well, you can see this, you know, from this angle, you can see there's a red seat belts on the car. Okay. All right, let me put the camera back. All right. Okay, so looking at the back of the 911 Dakar, Unfortunately, there's no access to the engine. You know, this don't open, right? But if you look at the back here, you get the Porsche lettering here in the middle, and you have the 911 Dakar lettering as well here underneath. The taillights, they're all separate lenses. They're detailed quite nicely here, and also like the front, they give you this tow hook on the rear, right? The license plate, I added the license plate. This is the optional license plate for the state of Michigan, where I live now, right? You know, so it was just blank in the rear, so I figured I just added a US plate here. And then at the bottom, you know, you see this the silver finish on the back, right? You see the tailpipes. It has that surrounding, and you have this 3 fence, the slots here in the middle. The reflectors are separate lenses as well, so these are not just painted. Excuse me. All right, and this is the driver's side view of the 911 Dakar. Let's look at the interior from the driver's side as well. Okay, so you can see the dash here. You know, everything is printed, right? You see the tachometer in the middle, and all the kind of like the digital dials surrounding it. Here's the steering wheel, the Porsche logo in the middle, right? And same seat details as the one that you see in the passenger side. And then same door trim here as well. And if you see the rest of the car, and you probably caught me try to wipe for some of this, for some reason this car is just a dust magnet, and with this color, like every dust, like this defined white dust, it will just show in this car very well. So maybe that's a downside, right? So okay, all right, yeah, if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, feel free to post them in the comment section. Much appreciated if you can subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.